Welcome everyone. You're watching the live stream from the UK and our local time is 6:27 a.m. Saturday morning, which is the UK time. It's the summertime here, guys. Let's share. Hello and good morning everyone. Welcome to my subscribers class about IELTS exam B1. So this class is mostly designed for the IELTS students who have already registered or who are planning to sit for the exam in the near future. What you can learn all the 4 components which are mandatory for the IELTS exam, like reading, writing, speaking and listening. And you will also learn the tips, techniques, strategies of the exam, how we can get a very good score. And most of the times and many a time people ask, why do I have to need for the IELTS exam? Okay, there are basically 3 types of people who are after IELTS exam. Number 1, if you are like to study in English speaking countries like Canada, USA, Australia, New Zealand, UK and many European countries, or if you like to apply for a PhD program or any academic programs, and if you like to apply for training, registration, scholarship, you need to have IELTS score and very good score. Most of the cases the score is 7.5 in academic. That's the number 1 types of applicant. The second types of applicant is people who like to migrate, work and settle permanently. You need to sit for IELTS exam. In that case you need IELTS general test. And the third types of people, very often, sometimes some people think that, oh, I should get my quality of English checked. And out of curiosity, these people always sit for the IELTS exam. IELTS is not needed for everyone. Even in many English-speaking countries, they have they have an English foundation course where you can go without IELTS. You need to check the university of the eligibility criteria and the requirement. If you are exempted from sitting for the IELTS before you apply, possibly you have to sit for the IELTS exam or English test after arriving to the country. It is always better to check once again the eligibility criteria and requirement. So once again, guys, these are the 2 types of IELTS exam, as you can see. And what are the differences? In IELTS exam, as I have mentioned, there are 4 sections: listening, reading, writing and speaking. And both of the cases, listening and speaking, are same. They are different in writing and different in reading. Okay, and if you are planning to sit for the IELTS exam, or if you are planning to get 2 free lessons, probably you can subscribe to this lesson on a trial basis or monthly basis. And what do you get in return? In return, you get 8 an hourly lessons in a month, twice weekly. Please check the dates and your local time. Sometimes some people register and they find that, oh, the time doesn't match. They're busy, because once you miss a lesson, it's missed. It can't be replayed. But all my classes are saved underneath my account, in my YouTube channel, as well as in my Facebook, profile. You can have always the opportunity to go back and see and check from there. And the next one is that, as I'm explaining, the other advantages are when I go for public live stream, you can join this live stream freely. Okay, you don't have to pay any money. It's totally free. But when you join for a trial lesson, you'll be added to a subscriber chat. After this trial period is over, you'll be removed automatically by the system. This is how it works. Many students recently have complained, me, a teacher, why I'm not in the group anymore. I said to them, look, you were only a student of trial basis. The trial period is over, so the system has removed you. There is nothing I can do. Okay, so this is how it works. Once again, dear viewers, welcome to the IELTS class B1. We're going to show cue card information, and also I believe that I can bring some more information for you. I can show some more information. Okay, let me share the different page so that you know. IELTS Info. So IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System. As I said, English-speaking countries, academic studies, work permit, and to assess your quality. Okay, which countries need IELTS? USA, Canada, UK, some EU countries, Australia, New Zealand. Who can sit for the IELTS exam? Anyone can sit for the IELTS exam who is 18 or above. How long is the validity of IELTS certificate? It's 2 years. Pass or fail marks? There is no pass or fail marks. It's an assessment of your English level and banding score in between 1 to 9. How can I register for the IELTS exam? By calling them, visiting the office, online form, and pay the appropriate fees. So there are 2 types of IELTS at the moment. IELTS UK, Cambridge British Council, IELTS IDP Australia. People also ask, how much is the fee? The fee is generally in between £175 to £195, British pounds sterling. And there is another kind of IELTS, which is called UKVI, that is for the immigration for the spouse visa. And that fee is mostly £150. It can vary according to the exchange rate. There is IELTS Life Skills, A1, A2, B1, etc. IELTS UKVI. How many times you can sit for the IELTS exam? As many times as you want, monthly once. Which country offers it? 140 countries, including many territories. I believe that it's 196 countries at the moment. And the test format. In IELTS, there are 4 sections: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And there are 2 different IELTS modules, as I said, IELTS Academic and General. Okay, and how IELTS is PBT and CBT. The PBT means it is the conventional way, and CBT is computer based. So in computer-based IELTS, you listen to all the listening questions through the computer. You submit your writing through computer. Reading, only the speaking is taken separately. In conventional methods, you have to sit in a room. You have to listen the audio, and also you will be given the reading materials and also writing materials too. And the speaking would be taken separately. The speaking and listening tests are the same in both modules, but the reading and writing tests are different. Academic module, as I said earlier, choose these if you wish to study at undergraduate, graduate, postgraduate levels, or if you're seeking professional revision, doctors, nurses, etc. Let's find out what's in IELTS academic module. General module. Choose this if you wish to migrate to an English-speaking country: Australia, Canada, New Zealand, UK. Where is USA? Or if you wish to train or study at below degree level. What is in the exam? So PCT, if you remember, paper content time, listening 40 questions, approximately 30 minutes, and you'll be given extra 10 minutes to transfer your answer. To record your answer. Reading 40 questions, 60 minutes. Writing 2 tasks, total 60 minutes. Speaking 3 parts, 15 to 20 minutes. IELTS academic. Okay, so that's the band descriptor. Okay, so in most of the cases, the listening and reading can be developed by yourself, but these two parts, speaking and writing, these two parts are mostly challenging. And many a time students say that they don't get good marks in writing and they don't get good marks in speaking. Bear in mind that this whole exam depends on your good practice, the correct way you can practice. And obviously if you practice a lot, there is always chance to get good scores in IELTS exam. Because I know many people who got 9 out of 9 in IELTS exam. Even my students, most of my students got 8.5 in both academic and general. So if you study hard, obviously you can get it. There is no doubt about that. Nothing is impossible for you. Now, IELTS exam is not only the knowing English, it is the exam. You have to know the rubrics, the techniques, the hidden uh, strategies, how you can get the required score, your desired score. Okay. So, okay, if you remember that IELTS exam has 4 parts: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And most of the cases, our learners face the problem of speaking and writing section. Though I have heard quite a few times that some people can't get good score in reading. There may be few reasons. Number one, possibly you're not answering all the questions. Remember, dear candidates and students, when you're sitting for the IELTS exam, do not leave any questions unanswered. Even if you don't know them, just make a guess, okay? Because there is no wrong marking or minus marking for the wrong answer. So it's better to give a try, and it is found from statistics and research that, when you make a guess answer, and there is always a 25% possibility to get it correct answer. Okay. So before that, we'd like to show you a video where it explains. This video has been done from the British Council to give you some idea how you can get good score in IELTS exam. Bear me a moment, please. So let's go on today with the listening. And I just share the screen once again.
So you've decided to take the IELTS exam. Great choice. It's the test that's tried and trusted throughout the world. The IELTS listening test is designed to assess your ability to understand spoken English. The listening test is the same regardless of whether you're taking the IELTS academic or general training module. These are key details of the IELTS listening test. The paper includes 40 questions spread over 4 sections in 30 minutes. The sections get more difficult as you progress through the test. You will only hear each passage once. It's vital you follow the instructions. For instance, if the question says, write no more than 3 words, any answer with 4 words or more is automatically marked wrong. At the end of the listening, you have 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Write your answers carefully. Spelling is important. Capitalization, however, is not. There are no penalties for wrong answers, so attempt all the questions even if you're not sure of the answer. Here are some tips to help you prepare for the test. You are given time to read the questions ahead of the listening. It's vital you analyze the questions here. Look for key words in the question, usually the nouns or verbs. Underline or circle them. Make sure you know the type of answers needed. For instance, is it a name, a telephone number, an adjective? Try to predict as much as you can before you listen. Ask yourself, what is the situation? What is the topic? Who might be speaking? What might be the answers? Synonyms are important. There is often a word in a question and a different word with a similar meaning in the listening. Expect tricks. The speaker may try to confuse you. For example, they may give an answer and then change their decision. Also, be wary of negatives. Speakers might sometimes slip the word not into a sentence. Don't choose an answer just because you hear specific words. Consider the overall meaning carefully. Changes in the tone of voice can indicate this. For example, excitement or disappointment. Always have the next question in mind. It's easy to miss several answers if all of your focus is on one question. It's important to practice listening to a range of resources that might include television, films, radio, lectures, or online videos. Aim for a variety of sources of spoken English, particularly different accents. There is no substitute for practice. For more information on IELTS, please see our other videos on speaking, writing, and reading.
So I'm going to replay for you because you may not understand for the first time listening. So let's listen to one more time.
So you've decided to take the IELTS exam. Great choice. It's the test that's tried and trusted throughout the world. The IELTS listening test is designed to assess your ability to understand spoken English. The listening test is the same regardless of whether you're taking the IELTS academic or general training module. These are key details of the IELTS listening test. The paper includes 40 questions spread over 4 sections in 30 minutes. The sections get more difficult as you progress through the test. You will only hear each passage once. It's vital you follow the instructions. For instance, if the question says, write no more than 3 words, any answer with 4 words or more is automatically marked wrong. At the end of the listening, you have 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Write your answers carefully. Spelling is important. Capitalization, however, is not. There are no penalties for wrong answers, so attempt all the questions, even if you're not sure of the answer. Here are some tips to help you prepare for the test. You are given time to read the questions ahead of the listening. It's vital you analyze the questions here. Look for key words in the question, usually the nouns or verbs. Underline or circle them. Make sure you know the type of answers needed. For instance, is it a name, a telephone number, an adjective? Try to predict as much as you can before you listen. Ask yourself, what is the situation? What is the topic? Who might be speaking? What might be the answers? Synonyms are important. There is often a word in a question and a different word with a similar meaning in the listening. Expect tricks. The speaker may try to confuse you. For example, they may give an answer and then change their decision. Also, be wary of negatives. Speakers might sometimes slip the word not into a sentence. Don't choose an answer just because you hear specific words. Consider the overall meaning carefully. Changes in the tone of voice can indicate this. For example, excitement or disappointment. Always have the next question in mind. It's easy to miss several answers if all of your focus is on one question. It's important to practice listening to a range of resources that might include television, films, radio, lectures, or online videos. Aim for a variety of sources of spoken English, particularly different accents. There is no substitute for practice. For more information on IELTS, please see our other videos on speaking, writing, and reading.
Hello, Sajana. Welcome. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the subscription and joining here. So, tell me a little bit more about yourself, please.
I'm from Nepal, and I work for non-profit organization for 2 years, and then COVID happens, and I lose my job, and I think about after losing job, I try to improve my English, as my schooling is from government schooling, and I work for like almost 6 months to improve English, and then I'm planning to take IELTS test. When I see the course of IELTS, there are so many things to do before taking IELTS.
Okay. And why do you need to sit for the IELTS exam?
My husband is in the USA,
Mm-hmm.
and after 15 months, I have
You've got
interview date.
you've got enough time. 15 months is quite a lengthy time.
15, 15,
Fif-
15 days.
you said months. Oh, days. I'm
No.
sorry. But
After 15 days, I have interview, but I'm overwhelmed. Also, after going to the USA, I think I will join the university, but it requires IELTS.
so definitely you need to have good score.
Yeah,
May I know what education have you done up to now?
I did my master in finance
Oh, that's cool. So those education were conducted in English language or in your own language,
in Nepali language.
right?
So it's very difficult for me to, learning English and reciting vocabulary in the writing sentence structure.
But as a
When I
matter,
saw the
go on, go on.
when I saw the IELTS essay, it's blew my mind. There are so it's very hard to write complex sentence.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So many things.
What problems have you got? What else?
I can just write simple sentence.
You can write complex sentence or compound sentences.
Simple sentence, compound sentence sometimes.
Okay. Can you please give me an example of a simple sentence and also a compound sentence?
I like to read book.
Mm,
I'm fond of reading book. Simple sentence, and I'm fond of. I like to read. I like to read book when I am free.
great. So now you understand. So sometimes it is your thought process which will help you, write or complete your any activity. It depends on your strong desire. Don't say that I cannot do it. If you ever bring this negative thought in your mind, it will be difficult for you to overcome. Always be positive. Always think that yeah, I can do it. I have to do it. All
Yeah,
right.
I have hunger to improve my English and appear on IELTS test.
Very good. I hope you're best. Anyway, as you might be aware, you have subscribed to this class on a trial basis, so you'll get only 2 free lessons, which is today and tomorrow.
Oh, okay. And in this morning, I download this app. So I have not any idea about this app and what's going here. I'm just discovering what are the things here I can do to improve my English.
Okay, let me explain you in that case. You have downloaded this app today and you have joined my lesson. Welcome. I'm an IELTS coach. So how it
Mm-hmm.
works, you have got 2 free lessons from me today and tomorrow. Each lesson is an hour. So you
Mm-hmm.
join late, so 28 minutes is gone. It is a time control lesson. When it
Mm-hmm.
becomes 0, class shuts down automatically. So tomorrow same
Oh,
time, 6:30 UK time, because I'm based in the UK. And
6:30
UK
p.m.
AM morning. It's not PM in your
Oh,
country either. 6:30 a.m. UK time. Okay, you'll get the
okay.
notification automatically if you follow me. You need to follow me. If you go to my
Okay.
profile and click follow button, then whenever I go live stream, you'll get the notification if you're on the Hallo app.
Oh,
Okay, the
okay.
other
I got you.
advantages are when I go live stream and other times, you can always join and practice your speaking.
Yeah.
Okay,
Why I can see other people here on this live?
okay, I made all my lessons are private lessons. Only my subscribers can join. Okay,
Oh,
and
enough.
that is the safety and for the focus on you guys, because when you're here,
Uh,
I can focus to your specific any topic, like grammar, reading, writing, speaking, listening, whatever. And
you teach all of the section of IELTS,
yes,
reading,
I
listening.
right, I teach all of them, and my success rate is 100% and very extraordinary success rate. Most
But
of
the thing is that we don't use credit card here to pay money on from this app. It's quite hard. I don't know. I didn't find the way. I have my family on in the USA. I use my sister cards to buy one lesson, and then that being cancelled my payment. I even tried 2 times, and they
okay, what did you
even
write?
there is a chance of canceling this course as a taking a fraudulent.
No, this one is free, so you don't have to be worried. They will not charge anything. So what you have to do, Sajjana, when you're entering the card details, first write the name of the account holder, which is your sister, then card number, expiry date, and the security code, then make payment. Okay. As I'm
Okay.
explaining, after 2 lessons, the system is like this here. Now you're the part of the subscriber chat. When the free time or free lessons are over, you'll be removed automatically by the system. All right.
Oh,
Every week I
okay.
get 20 to 25 students who join me freely to test. And if you think that maybe my lessons would be helpful, then probably you can subscribe by money for a month. Okay.
Yeah, if I can manage the credit card, if my sister give me, I'll sure book your course.
Okay. So it's
Yeah,
not only credit card, there are other payments as well. There is debit card, there is PayPal, there is Google Pay. Okay. So
I'm
there,
not worried about this paying system so far because I didn't take any classes before.
that's I'm explaining how it works. And also
Mm.
from this app, you can go live stream like this, the way I have gone, and then you can invite other people. There is a button called hop on. You have to tell them, please send me request. You can bring 2 people at a time. You can talk to them. You can let them go. Then you can bring other 2 people. It's totally free. That is the amazing part of this app. You can always practice. You'll always see some students are always making live stream, going live. You can join the classes as well, and you can request them, may I join you? And they can let you in, and then you can talk to them.
How many hours do you teach?
I have lessons every day, morning and at night. So each lesson is 1 hour. As I said, it is time controlled. It starts 59 minutes, 59 seconds, then it starts countdown. When it comes 0, it starts automatically. And the second matter is that when you have subscribed to a lesson, you can join only that lesson. What I mean to say, only this lesson. You can't join any other lessons. So this
Oh,
app has some restrictions, and that is for the safety for each and every student, every learner. Okay.
yeah.
Any other
Okay.
question?
Okay.
So if you need to know something more, please ask me.
Now I think I got all. all of my answer.
Okay. Have you seen the IELTS sample test from the internet?
Yes, I have this IELTS 12 photocopy.
Okay. So,
I
uh,
think it's from Cambridge IELTS 12. But I have a photocopy of this
which edition? Can you see?
IELTS 12.
There is edition number on the page. Check the edition. 14,
IELTS
13,
12.
12, 18.
IELTS 12 academic
Okay.
Cambridge English.
Okay. Can you please write it so that I can find it from internet?
Maybe I can show you on video.
Yeah,
But how?
you have to turn on the video cam. You can see the video camera symbol. You have to click on it. Then I can see you, or you can show the book like this, like though I'm showing my hand. Yeah.
Video will be available. I didn't find. I'll write it.
Yeah. Please
Cambridge
write in the comment section.
English.
Okay. So in IELTS exam, there are four sections, as you might be aware: listening,
Mm-hmm.
reading, writing, and speaking. In order to study, you have to sit for the academic test. Academic test is a bit
Yeah.
harder, especially reading and writing. So there
Why
will
people take a GT general test?
general test is needed for immigration work. Okay. So
Oh,
if you are working somewhere else, USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK, or a few European countries, you have to sit for the general test or GT. So it is the 12 edition IELTS 12 edition. 12 means 12 edition.
mm.
So at the
My desire band is not less than 6.5, or it will be better if I can get 7 band.
it's very difficult, Sajana, for your information. Getting 7 in IELTS is very difficult. You have to know good English. You have to know how to write well. You have to know good grammar. You have to know how to speak well as well.
Yes,
Okay.
it requires devotion of time to study.
Okay.
Mm.
Let me give you overall briefing, and then speaking. Listening is 30 minutes. You see, then you'll get 10 minutes to transfer your answer to the answer sheet. Answer
Mm-hmm.
all the questions, even if you don't know, because there is no negative marking for the wrong answer. After finishing your
Yes.
listening part, you go to reading. In academic reading, there would be 3 passages with 40 questions, and you have to read quickly because it is an hour time. Remember that IELTS exam
Yeah.
is a time controlled exam as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the more you read, the more you'll be able to understand. And obviously, there will be new vocabs, and don't worry about the new vocabs or new words. You have to sometimes guess it, the meaning of the word, and go through to the next, question. And there are 3 types of techniques for reading: conventional, scanning, and scheming. Okay.
Conventional. I know scanning and scheming. What is conventional?
Conventional, sha sound. You have got a problem with sha sound. It is sha, it's not sa. Okay,
Conventional.
sha.
Because it's because of my Nepali background. I have problem. I practice a lot, but despite my practice, it's not improved at all.
But it is possible to overcome it if you practice it.
Mhm.
However, you need to sit because you've got an interview in 15 days, so you need to first focus on how you can pass the interview. And I'm going to give you some clue and
No,
some
I can give interview in Nepali because it's spouse visa.
spouse visa. Okay,
Spouse visa. Yes,
but
it's
oh,
a simple question,
okay,
not like a student interview.
all right. They'll ask you your name, date of birth, your
Hmm.
husband's name, date of birth, and what does he do there? In which state of the USA your husband lives?
My husband lives in Maryland, Washington.
Maryland. Okay.
Yes,
Maryland is not in Washington. Maryland is in different state. Gr-
Maryland.
Very good. When did he go there? How long ago?
Before 2 years,
With
in
the
2019.
so it's 3 years roughly
Yeah,
before the pandemic.
yeah, before
Did,
the
did
pandemic.
you go there for working or with a student visa?
He went there by diversity lottery visa. DV.
Oh,
Have you heard?
yes, DV lotteries. Very lucky guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me
And
give. Uh, okay, tell me a little bit more. How to spend your free time?
nowadays, I spend most of the time listening to music, listening to podcast, and watching some English videos, watching movies. And when I when I get bored, I read books, English books.
Very good. You're on the right track. Do you know shadowing or imitation technique?
Yeah, I have Elsa app. You know, Elsa,
You've got Elsa.
ELSA.
Okay.
Yeah, I practice from to shadow.
Okay. You have to focus on this sound. Sha. Can you please say sha? Sha. Shh. Can you
Sa,
say shh? Shh.
sa,
This sound. Can you make
sa.
this sound? Shh. No, that is not the right sound. When you're making
C.
shh,
I pronounce C.
yeah, you
Is
pronounce
it correct?
as a
C.
C. No, it is sha sound. Sh.
S. Sa.
Okay.
C.
Let me see some of the words. Yeah, I'm writing it for you.
C. Scissors. Scissors. Scissor.
Can you please read these words?
English. British. Pekis. Favoris. Turkish.
No, sir. You're pronouncing all of them as a sa sound, but it is sha sound. In English, there is sa sound and there is sha sound. So it should be sh sound. Hello, see you, June. Welcome. So remember that sound is very important in English, especially in IELTS exam. And your audience or listener can be confused if you can't pronounce the word correctly. So I'll suggest you from today, if you go if in your mobile or laptop, go to a specific dictionary. I know that you practice in ELSA, that's fine. You can check from Cambridge, okay,
Mm-hmm.
or Oxford from the browser, and write the word, whatever you like to pronounce, and take a headphone and listen to the word, how it is pronounced, and try to do the same way to practice. For example, it is English, sha sound. Similarly, British,
English.
that
English.
that sound, S sound, yeah, it is SH rather than S. English, okay.
English.
I need to find out a way how we can improve this.
British.
Then similarly, British, Peckish,
British.
Feverish,
Pekis.
Turkish.
Turkish.
Okay.
When you say, I also find it's like the same
No,
sound.
it's not same. You're saying English. Do you see the difference?
Hmm.
So you have to improve your listening as well. It is not the same sound.
Hmm.
Okay,
English.
it is
English. English.
English, whereas you're saying
English.
lis and lish.
English.
Okay, that's your homework. Okay, Sajana,
Okay. Okay.
sh sound.
Hmm. I'll practice. Let
Yeah,
me screenshot this and I will practice.
you'll find many words ending sh, and they sound like
Hmm.
sha rather than sa. Like
Yeah.
you learn that is sa sound, Elsa. Okay,
Elsa.
but this
Hmm.
is, I'm writing it, but this is El Shah. Shah and
Elsa.
Sa. Sa and Shah. Sa, Shah.
Sa,
Sa,
sa.
Shah. So when you're saying Shah, your tongue touches the bottom part of your mouth. When you're saying Sa, your tongue touches the upper part.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. You need to
Elsa.
practice in front of the
Elsa.
mirror, okay? Shah and
When
Sa.
I say English correctly, my tip of the tongue will touch my upper jaw.
No, that is the wrong thing. You're pronouncing seal from there. Your tip of the tongue should touch the lower part. That you can produce the sound. So you have to practice in
Oh,
front of mirror.
okay.
That is the
Okay,
difference.
that's
When
fine.
the tongue touches the upper part, it becomes sa. But when you touch the down part, it becomes sha.
Mhm.
There are some YouTube videos as well how to pronounce this sound. You can see the practical demonstration and try to follow them.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Okay, so let's move on. So in after listening part is finished, then you go for reading. As you see in reading, I've just shown one video where you find a game. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
improving your English and prepare for IELTS exam. And when it is finished, you'll be given the reading materials and you go through reading. So conventional method is, say if a paragraph has 20 questions, I mean 20 lines and 5 questions, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So Jana, I'm writing it 20 lines. As you might be aware, in IELTS exam, there is line number like 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. And say there are 5 questions, okay? And we always
Mm-hmm.
suggest read the questions first before you read the whole paragraph. So now divide 20 by 5, which becomes 4, right?
Four.
So which means that the first question must be in the first 4 lines. And second question is the second 4 lines. Third question is the third, fourth lines. Similarly, fourth 4 and last 4. This is called conventional method to answer. It is always
Oh,
better. It is always better to read the questions first. Remember, it is very important. And you know the scanning. You look for quickly, time, name, underline it, and skimming. You read the whole paragraph, you understand it. Another important feature is that you must read quickly as possible because you don't have much time. So the technique would be first, you know, answer the easy questions. You keep a note which question you avoided, and always answer on the answer sheet. This time in reading section, you'll not get extra time. Then
mm,
when you finish all the easy question, now go to back to the reading section again. Try to answer the harder questions. Don't leave any question unanswered once again. Okay, because there is no negative
okay.
marking for the wrong answer.
Okay.
Then you go to the writing part. As you say, you need to have good grammar. You need to have good spelling techniques. You need to have the techniques of how to write compound sentences. Complex is very difficult sometimes, but use compound sentences where possible. Like if I
Okay.
ask you, what do you do? What would be your answer? What do you do at the moment? You can
What
answer
did
in a
you do?
compound sentence. What do you do?
At the moment, I'm doing. I'm talking to you.
Okay, remember what do you do and what are you doing? It's two different questions. What do you do means what's your profession and
What did you do?
what do you
Oh,
do? Okay, let me write. It's a confusing question. What do you do? Okay, what do you do means once again your profession. Like, are you a student? Are you a housewife? Are you a business person? Are you an entrepreneur? Or are you something else? Okay, be careful.
there are other question I had. What do you do for a living?
Yes, this pattern would be there. What do you do for living, or what do you do? Simply is another way to ask you what's your profession, or what's your profession or occupation. All right. But
Mhm.
if you have been asked, what are you doing now? Or what are you doing? That means, what are you doing at the moment? Like,
Yes.
okay. So what do you do?
Okay.
What is the answer? What do you do?
I'm a student.
Okay. This is simple answer, simple sentence. Can you please make it a complex sentence or compound?
I'm a student, so I'm preparing for the IELTS test.
You have made two simple sentences. Make it a compound sentence.
I add so is not a compound sentence.
I'm a student. You have given a full stop there.
I'm a student, so I'm preparing for the IELTS test.
It is two simple sentences. You're saying like this. I'm writing. I'm a student. So I'm preparing IELTS test. This is what you have said.
Yes.
Okay. Two simple sentences. So please bear in mind that in order to make a compound sentence, we have to use coordinating conjunctions. Though so
I'm
is
a student and I'm preparing for the IELTS test. And
and, yes, use and in this case. Or you can say like this, though I'm a student, but I'm preparing for the IELTS exam to study in the USA of my chosen subject. Make it a little bit longer. Okay.
okay. Okay.
Remember, the more you make a sentence bigger and compound or complex sentence, it will be better for the examiner to understand and assess your quality of English. So in IELTS
Okay.
exam, tips number one is always speak loudly and clearly. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
and I'm going to show you. That's me if you haven't seen me before. Okay,
Yeah, okay.
let me show you something important. What are the marking criteria? In speaking part, these are the four parts. You can see the red colored four parts. Would you like to read it, please?
Fluency and coherence 25%, lexical resource 25%, grammatical range and accuracy 25%, pronunciation 25%.
You see, so in IELTS exam, the first 25% marks you'll get fluency and coherence. What it means? Fluency means when you're speaking about a topic without being, you know, stop, okay, without pause, without being repetitive. And coherence means step by step and only about the topic. For example, if I ask you to describe your village, your focus will be describing your village only, not the town or the country or city or any other information. Okay.
Like I'll practice.
Yeah. For example, you can
I'm
say the village where I live is. You can tell us the name of the village. Make a
the village where I live is Argahachi, which is one district of Lumini province in Nepal.
very good answer. Well, you have made a compound answer. Very good. Because sometimes some people say, "Oh, my village name is this." No. If you want to get good marks, remember you must use compound or complex sentences. That is mandatory in IELTS exam.
How many sentences do I have to speak on first part of the speaking section?
I'm giving you the clue. In the IELTS speaking part, there are three tests. Task 1, general question. Task 2, more descriptive. Task 3, more analytical. Okay. In the task
Okay.
1 and task 3, you'll get 20 to 30 seconds for each and every question. Tip number 1, each question has a pattern, grammar pattern, whether it could be past tense, present tense, or future tense. Use full sentence when you're answering and use the same pattern. For example, if I ask you, what did you play when you were a child? What would be your answer?
What? Sorry, what do you play?
What did you play when you were a child?
Yes, I'm a game lover. I played volleyball when I was a child.
Remember, you have to use like this. When I was a child, start from there. And did is the here, the main verb. That means it's a past tense. So important factor. Question is in past tense, answer in past tense. Question is the present tense. You can answer present and future depending on how you can progress. Question is the future tense, answer is the future tense. So tip number 1. Tip number 2, and as I said, you'll get 20 to 30 seconds. Look at the patterns. Okay. Number 2,
Okay.
lexical resources means vocabulary. It could be
Yeah.
synonyms, it could be antonyms, it could be phrase, it could be an idiom, and it could be a dialect. You remember that IELTS speaking part is to test your spoken English. And in spoken English, we can use idioms, but we can't use those idioms in writing. For example, I'm over the moon. You can't use in your writing. Okay?
Mm.
And
Mm.
also avoid using these words, wanna, gonna, hapta, lotta, what's up. These are informal and slangs. We do not use it in IELTS exam.
Uh,
Okay?
okay. I'm not used to on using this word.
Very good. And third part is you can see grammatical range and accuracy, which means that you have to use the correct grammar and different types of pattern. For example, if I'm saying, hey, how is the day there today? People say that I'm just giving them, it's a beautiful day. Now you
Yeah.
have used an adjective beautiful. If you need to use it again, now you have to use in a different way, the synonym, but a different structure. Like,
Mm.
it's a beautiful day, but the weather may be not attractive after a while because it may change anytime because it's a rainy season. See?
Mhm.
So look at the sentence pattern in the three different ways. So that
Yeah.
is the implication and use of grammatical range and accuracy. Now you'll get another 25% mark for pronunciation. Okay, like if you
Okay.
mispronounce the word like English, British, then you'll not get good marks. Then the teacher will write that pronunciation is not standard. Okay, but don't worry,
Okay.
pronunciation is only a part of the test. This, you see the notification, you have got 4 minutes 55 seconds, now 52, just counting down. So these are the basic techniques. So when you finish speaking task 1, tomorrow we'll go for the test. Okay, so Jana, task 1, 2
Okay.
and 3 quickly. And task 2 is the cue card. As you know, you'll be given a topic and some questions, and also you'll be given 1 minute. You can write all the important notes what you're going to talk, and after that you have to speak at least 2 minutes about the topic and saying things. They are going to assess your fluency and coherence, lexical resources, grammatical range and accuracy, and pronunciation. Okay,
Okay.
so my suggestion would be speak as much as possible, though it is 2 minutes, unless that teacher says, hey, stop now. Okay, so you go,
Mhm.
then you go to that speaking task 3, which is more analytical. Here there would be 2 questions common in most of the times. Number 1, a sentence or situation where you have to demonstrate past tense, present tense, and future tense. And another question might be conditional sentence. Do you know what is conditional sentence?
Yes.
Can you please
If
give
I
me?
were you, I'll teach English by paying money, by taking money.
I would, not I will. If I were you, I would.
Yes. Would.
Right. So you know all the bits and bytes now. Very good. Now, at the end of the day, it is you who have to practice. Remember,
Yeah.
practice is the main magic word. The more you practice, you'll be more confident. Go to the some of the free website to sit for the mock test or sample test, where
Where I can take a mock test?
I'm writing some of the sites. Uh, one of them is IELTS Lives. I think it's Lils possibly. Okay.
Okay.
Um, hang on a second. I'm getting more sites for you. Even there are some websites that help you, um, writing as well. There is one Cambridge website. Okay, there is
Mhm.
Take IELTS British Council.
British Council.
Yeah, Take IELTS. I'm writing for you. Take IELTS. Okay, there is another. It's from the British Council, free test. So go for the test. If you get 7 in the mock test, you'll get 5 in the real test. Remember, it will be 2 marks less, always.
Oh,
Because the real test is much harder than the mock test. All right, Sanjana, we've
okay.
got 1 minute and 35 seconds. Okay, so
Okay.
you've got any
It's nice.
question?
I have many questions, as I'm very new on this IELTS section. I
Mhm.
have I have to read, I have to see first to ask question.
Sure, do it. And if there is any question in the, this chat where you messaged me, you can always ask me there. I can
Do
all.
you have YouTube channel?
I've got YouTube channel. Yeah, uh,
What's your name on
that's English with
YouTube?
Rahat Ali. There are thousands of lessons there.
English with. Can you write it fast?
I'm writing it.
The class
All my
is
lessons
ending
are
now.
saved there. Yeah, the class is going to end in 48 seconds, 47 now.
Mhm.
So what
Mm.
happens? Many lessons are there. All of them are saved. Grammar, vocabulary, IELTS, speaking task 1, 2, 3. Loads of tests are there. You need to find
Okay.
out. All right.
Okay. I'll look it.
Okay. Thank you very much once again for joining. Remember
Yeah.
to practice whatever you have learned. Practice makes you confident. Practice gives
Yeah.
you inspiration.
But
Okay.
the thing is that I have to practice. I have to take best system like choosing you and like it's been 1 week I'm practicing, but the thing is that I
It's
feel like
finishing.
I'm
It's going
now
to be finished
nowhere.
now, Sajana. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Right.